Good morning, folks, and welcome to sunny Cortina in northern Italy. This is the midway point on our 2023 bike trip around Europe, and we're on a bit of a rest day today. So we thought we'd spend a bit of time, just put a wee video together, just to show you how we go about going on a 2-week tour like this. We're obviously 2 up on the bike, so we'll just give you a breakdown of what we take with us, the kind of equipment, I suppose our system really that we use when we're away touring. So probably the first thing we should talk about is security. Obviously a bike is very vulnerable, and to get it nicked on your holiday would be a nightmare. But having said that, we don't tend to worry too much about security. But what we do is, when we're booking the hotel, we'll make sure that the hotel has got secure parking. A lot of the hotels in Europe have got underground car parks, which are ideal. This hotel doesn't, but what we did with this hotel, we just sent them a quick email before we left, just to say, what's your parking facilities like for a bike? And they said, yeah, no problem. And what they've actually let us do is park right in front of reception, so somebody's watching the bike at all times. So we don't tend to take a big chain or one of the big U-shackle things with us. They're just too cumbersome. But we do make sure the hotels have got good parking. When we're out on the bike, if we stop off at an attraction or something like that and we have to leave the bike parked up, we just take a little cheap disc lock with us. We just pop that on the disc when we stop. At the end of the day, nothing's really going to stop somebody stealing a bike. They can just pick it up and throw it in the back of a van. So it's more of a deterrent than anything. So we throw that on when we stop. The other thing we do when we stop is we use this. We got this off Amazon. It was about £6, I think. And all it is a wire rope with a crimped loop on each end and a padlock. And what we do with this, we just take the wire, we put it through the sleeves of our jackets, through the helmets, and then we wrap it around a frame tube or something on the bike and snip the padlock on it. That way we can leave the jackets and the helmets on the bike, and we're not worried about some opportunist thief coming along and just grabbing your helmet and away, and then again, that's your holiday ruined. So that's what we do when we park up. The other thing we take is a fairly big tank bag. This is from SW Motec. It's the GS bag. I think it's the biggest one that they do. And the reason we have a big tank bag is this is what we keep everything in. So we have our passports, our money, our mobile phones, the drone, all the documentation, and we keep all that in the tank bag. And it's got a quick release system. You just pull that and it pops it off your filler cap, and then we take this with us. So wherever we're going, if we stop at a service station or something like that, this comes with us because it's got everything in it. So that's basically security when we're away on the bike. So, maintenance and breakdowns. Nobody wants a breakdown, but you've got to plan for it. So, breakdown cover is obviously the main one, and read your small print, because a lot of breakdown covers will only take you to the nearest repair place, which is maybe all right in a car, but not so much on a bike. Obviously, if you're needing a part for a KTM and you're in the middle of rural Italy, no chance. So make sure that your breakdown cover will take you, your passenger and the bike back home to the UK or wherever you're from. The other thing is, we take with us quite a big toolkit. Kind of adapted this over the years. To be fair, KTM give you a really good toolkit. It's probably the best I've ever had with a bike. But I've added a few things to it and adapted it over the years. So we've obviously got cable ties. You can never have enough cable ties. So we've got small ones, big ones. Gaffer tape, I carry a little tube of this stuff. It's epoxy putty or liquid metal. You can use this for all sorts of things. Say your bike falls off its stand and you punch a hole through the casing, engine casing, you can plug it with this stuff. It goes off in about an hour. So we tube of that. And then in here we've just got other odds and sods. Bit of binding wire. The KTM is held together with Torx bits, so this comes with the toolkit from KTM, but that's basically every Torx bit you need on the bike. And there's a wee driver there for them. KTM will also supply you with a decent pair of pliers. I carry a little 1/4" drive socket set with a few extension bars and sockets. Just the common sizes, 10, 12, 13. I also swap out the cheap nasty spanners that you get in your toolkit for half decent spanners. Again, common sizes, 10, 12, 13. So in here I've basically got everything that I could carry out a minor repair myself should something daft happen. The other thing we take with us is a puncture repair kit. So this is a gear gremlin tyre repair kit, and this is the type where you actually put a little rubber plug in the tyre and then it has wee bottles of gas that you screw on and it reinflates your tyre for you. I've seen quite a few things on YouTube and they seem to be pretty good. Met a guy on the ferry last time we were over that used one. He got a puncture on his first day of his trip. He plugged it and he did the whole tour, so they definitely work, so long as it's not a great big tear in the tyre. So that's basically maintenance and breakdowns. Right. Packing. This is the one question we get asked all the time back home. How can you possibly fit 2 weeks of clothes for 2 people on a bike? Well, easy answer.
It's impossible, you can't do it.
You can't, no, you can't. So we tend to pack for about 4 to 5 days. We wear a lot of this kind of material. Don't know what it's called, what is it?
It's 100% polyester. It's like what your sportsmen wear, or, you know.
Yeah, hiking, that kind of thing, isn't it? It's like quick drying, quick wicking kind of material.
Yep.
So t-shirts made out of this, and we use the panniers off the bike pretty much like a suitcase. So the KTM's got a good quick release system, so it's just a turn of a key and the pannier comes off, and we take the panniers up into the room with us. So we've obviously got the 2 panniers and the top box on the bike. The top box is more just like grab and go stuff, isn't it?
Stuff in a rucksack.
Yeah, we've got stuff in a rucksack, just bits and bobs really. Stuff that if we stop and we want to take a bag with us and throw everything in it, we can, it's all in the top box. But in the pannier, we use these things. They're called packing cubes.
So basically all I do is whatever I'm going to take, I roll them up really, really small, compact, and they all fit in really, really nice, and it stops them creasing quite a lot. So yeah, all in there, nice and flat, and then
they just zip up. So we take a couple of them each. They're good because they keep everything organised, stop it all from getting jumbled up in the pannier. We can just drop them in, good to go. And then somewhere we take this as well. So it's just a 20-litre dry bag. And what we do with this, as the clothes get dirty, we just bung them in the dry bag, and this lives on top of the top, on top of the top box. So that comes to dirty clothes.
Yes.
What do we do with dirty clothes?
Laundry.
We use these things.
Dr. Beckman's Magic Leaves, and they're just detergent sheets. So basically all it is inside, it's just one of these sheets. So fill your bath or your basin, really hot water, it dissolves in it, put your clothes in, and it's just like washing in a detergent, liquid detergent. And the beauty of these is that they dry, they pack nice and neat, and it's not a liquid, so they don't leak anywhere. So really, really great buy these are.
Yeah, so these were a great discovery, weren't they?
Fantastic.
Like Joanne says, no leaks, nice and flat and compact, so you can pack them away. We got them off Amazon, and I'll see if I can find the link and I'll stick it down in the description.
They're about £10, it wasn't very dear.
Something like that, and you get a lot in them. So yeah,
Aye.
they're a great buy.
Yep.
So that's what we do. So when we get to like the midpoint of a tour, and we're staying at a hotel for a couple of days, we'll do a load of washing. Then how do you dry it?
Great.
Solution for that. So we use this. It's what's called a pegless washing line. It's just elasticated, a hook on each end, and it's like twisted. So it has little loops. So you basically, you can just pull the loops apart. Like that.
Dead easy.
And you don't need pegs or anything like that. Again, Amazon, couple of pounds. Seen them, you can get them in like, say, Go Outdoors and, you know,
really
camping
handy.
shops. Again, a great handy wee thing. And I think that's pretty much it.
So that's it, yeah.
So, hope you found that interesting. That's how we do it. That's how we found it works for us. Might not work for you, but you maybe picked up some hints and tips, and hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, maybe click the subscribe button and drop us a comment down below if you've got any ideas or any comments, because we're always learning. I think everybody's always learning. Right, well, we'll speak to you all soon.